is the Going On Daily Live morning show, the Thursday edition. This is completely different than our normal Thursdays. The only thing that's the same is JJ. So we're going to have a great show. I'm your host, Ron, and my co-hosts today are, in fact, JJ and Kyle. I feel like this is the Brady Bunch. And, it's like, oh, here's the story. All we need is the rest of the crew. That's all we need.
Right.
So we are continuing with the Explorer theme this week. Columbus Day came, went, explorers. He's a fraud. We know that. But we have more Explorer talk, and I cannot wait for this one because this is going to be a great one, and I have a surprise for you guys later on.
You gotta have a graphic of the bus, So for whoever it is that we're throwing under the bus, you gotta have the bus that drives by.
Because that bus would probably be Kenny. He's getting tossed underneath that bus.
You get thrown under the bus a little bit, Ron. Sorry.
Yeah, I do. But that's okay. I don't mind. I can handle. I don't mind being a speed bump. So we've got some backcountry today. We've got some Henry Hudson. How about that? Out of all the explorers, I chose Henry Hudson. But
I'm curious. Yeah.
Imaginary explorations, JJ. I cannot wait for that one because I am so curious.
Yeah.
And of course, we will have a surprise later on. It is season 2, episode 211. Imagine, and of course, I already let the cat out of the bag. It really has to do with yours, JJ. Imaginary explorations. So we got Sir John in the house.
I'm curious of that.
It's just named after your segment.
Got it.
Imagine.
I'm with you.
It's a great song, one of the best all time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
At least I think so.
Absolutely.
So let's jump right into it. And by the way, Danny is here. Danny, if it wasn't for you, we probably would have still been talking, off stage. Because I noticed we got a message, and I looked, and it's like, oh, it's Danny. Oh my God, what time is it?
we're just in the
so Danny, you saved the show. Oh, I love it. All right, so let's jump in. Danny, you're going to enjoy this. One of our loyalists. That sounded political there for a moment there, but it wasn't really meant to be. Backcountry, Kyle.
Yeah.
I mean, is it anything like this?
Yeah, I mean, definitely some. And that's kind of the smaller part of what I wanted to talk about. But we're coming into the winter, and so really I wanted to talk about all the backcountry, but definitely talking specifically about the winter, and we're gonna go dark for a minute here. Oh yeah, right into the deep end. Oh yeah, and then we'll bring it on out. So it's go with us on the journey through the backcountry. So I volunteer every year. I volunteer on the ski patrol, and so we're in area at Pebble Creek Ski Patrol. And
is anything like the movie Ski Patrol from the 80s?
I was thinking it too.
Now I'm gonna hide because I don't think I've watched that. I don't think I've seen it. So I gotta go watch.
Classic 80s cheese movie.
Okay.
Oh my God, it was great.
Okay. All right. I gotta go watch that.
Ron and I only speak 80s and movies, TV shows, and music lyrics.
Oh my God, it was fantastic. Kyle, that was what was running through my head.
Oh man. Okay.
Not
Well,
me.
Sorry to divert.
I will. Yeah, I will have to go watch. Yeah, I think because and we have a lot of people, especially our mountain, a lot of people that venture out and go out into the backcountry, and it's awesome. I mean, it is incredible. All of the different hiking gear and everything, and go out. I mean, because you go out in the backcountry so that you can go ski fresh powder that nobody else has been skiing, and
Oh,
or snowboarding, or whatever it is that you ride. So
Yeah.
um, and it's super awesome. And there's also, before I got on the ski patrol, before I started doing all of that, and then I went through avalanche training and all of the other training, and
it's like Ski Patrol.
yeah, yeah. I realize how many times I and my friends all put ourselves in unbelievable danger.
Ooh.
And I was very fortunate because I didn't ever end up in any slides, but I now have, and for years I've had lots of different friends that. Oh yeah.
Hey, Danny. Good morning.
uh I've had friends that have been caught in slides. I've had friends that have
Oh.
lost skis, and they had to hike out, and then next year, after all the snow melted, go back in and hopefully find skis or other gear. I have participated in a retrieval as well, and a retrieval is very different than a rescue. A retrieval is when you
Yeah.
retrieve somebody from the backcountry.
Ugh.
Yeah. It's
And
not a pleasant one.
it's not. And there's just, I think that most people, unless they're in this world, they don't realize how much danger there is. And I certainly didn't until I started going through a lot of the training that I did. And so I think, the main message really is just to know what you're doing actually, and to get the gear and to get the training. We don't go out alone. Hi, Danny.
He made his rounds. So.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
I
But,
bet you I bet you Danny came here expecting to see Becky.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry to disappoint.
No, I mean,
it's just me.
Kyle, I mean, we don't have those, the long blonde hair, and
I did do my hair this morning, so I'm looking cute, I think.
Oh, look, it's the dream team. See,
Yeah,
Danny, Becky is here.
Becky's
She's
here.
in the chat.
There you go, Becky.
We're the dream team. We're the dream team. That's awesome.
They are officially Facebook friends. And now he gets around to me, so I'm last.
Yep. See, where's the bus? Ron?
Now, Kyle, I know what you mean about the skiing thing, because I remember the first time I went skiing. And, I go up the lift and get to the top, and I went down the hill. Now, it wasn't, like a professional, ski trail thing, It was, kind of beginners. Maybe the next one up from the beginner.
I mean, I would hope so.
Because I look over at the beginners, and they're all like 3 feet tall. And I wasn't going to do that one. So I went down the second, easiest. And I went all the way down, didn't fall first time. So I thought I was good. So I went a second time, and they have these bumps that you can kind of like jump, right?
Uh-huh.
I did that. Oh my God. I landed flat on my face, skis, poles, everything goes
Are those
all
what
over the
moguls?
place.
Isn't that what those are called?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
bumps?
yeah. So I had to literally crawl at least 100 feet to gather up all my stuff that I
Mhm.
lost after landing.
We call that a yard sale, Ron.
Oh,
Yeah, pretty much, pretty
No,
much. So that was
that's literally what we call that. That's a yard sale when
yeah, that was
you
eye
fall down and
opening.
lose
Let me
all
tell
your
you,
gear.
I probably lost like stuff that I didn't know I had in like my pockets or something like that. Probably
And
lost stuff.
and
It's a good
definitely
thing I didn't
self-esteem.
drive
right.
because my keys would have been out there and I would have been looking out there forever.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was eye opening.
So I think the danger is real, and that's really
Yeah,
what I wanted to bring up. And if you don't know, then just don't go out of bounds. Even though I know everybody wants to, because we do a lot of work in bounds in order
yeah.
to mitigate, because it's not like it won't slide inside the ski area, because it certainly does. And so there's a whole crew that goes up and they throw bombs and they ski cut and they do lots of different things to set off avalanches to make sure that then we don't have so that we don't have avalanches in bounds in the ski area. Because
So
once
they
you
purposely do some avalanches
Like,
to make it
it's like
safe in
forest,
other places.
like
Yep.
like forest management too. I guess it's snow management.
Yeah. There's different ski areas that have cannons and all kinds of different things so that they set off avalanches.
What happened at
Uh,
USC?
huh. Yeah,
Danny,
I
do
don't know
tell.
either. Yeah,
As
I'm
in
out of the loop.
USC, South Carolina?
I don't know. I'm out of the loop
No, it's
on
got to
that.
be California.
Hmm. Yeah,
That's USC in California, I would think.
that's
I
all.
mean, he's from California.
I'm looking.
So we will find out momentarily.
And she's like, no, what happened? Keep going, Kyle.
Yeah.
We're watching the chats.
Yeah, no, it's oh, did that just come up again? But yeah, so so anyway, lots of mitigation, lots of things that we do in order to
Yeah,
set off avalanches so that then we don't ever have any unexpected avalanches,
right.
because
Right.
that's really what. And once you've set it off, you take you take a lot of the potential, the pressure and the potential out of the snow, so that
It's like
so
the
you don't have it.
firemen
That's
that
what I was like,
do the
forest
little
management.
burns before
Yeah.
the fire gets there, so
Yep.
it doesn't go out of
Yep.
control.
Yep.
So they do like these slow burn things, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ours
yeah,
ours
it's
are
kinda
much
like that.
faster. It's
So
a much faster burn. They have lines set up and
Yeah,
they have literal bombs. That's what they use.
for the
In a lot of
avalanche,
yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like, it's not like
throw
poking a
bombs.
stick, right? At the at the ice.
I mean, Mother Nature is
Yeah.
very sensitive.
Yeah, and the biggest thing is Mother Nature does not care how incredibly awesome you are, because she'll kill you anyway.
Yeah, I mean, she's
Yeah.
a little grumpy.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
She takes
And-
no shit. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, you would too if
Yep.
people were constantly messing with you.
Right.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's an interesting thing, and and a lot of people they see ski tracks out there. It's like, gosh, some people have already been out there, so it must be safe, and
Yeah.
that is such an illusion, because everything changes all the time. So you can watch, 3 people go ski through an area, and then the next person that skis in triggers an avalanche, and
Right.
or a dozen people, all day long. We've been skiing all day long. It's all good. It's fun. Whatever. It's fine. And then something has changed throughout the day, and somebody hit the right spot, and they trigger an avalanche. And it is, it's a force of nature. So So anyway, I wanted to bring that up. There's so much fun in all of it. And backcountry in the summertime, I think there's a lot of dangers in that as well. A lot of
Yeah,
people
people
go
like to
out there.
go
We
off.
we hear people missing around
Yeah.
the Appalachians all the time in Blue
Yeah.
Ridge. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's and we have so much. One
you'll
of the
find them in the
beautiful,
summer.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, we'll find them at some point, as long as they don't get eaten by
But
whatever.
Kyle,
Well, yes.
remind our listeners what backcountry are you in?
So I'm in Pocatello, Idaho.
Okay.
So we have, Jackson Hole is a huge,
I've always
that's
wanted to go there. That's on my
yeah.
bucket list. Yeah.
Yeah, and we have, Targhee is another ski area, but there are so many mountains, so many monster big mountains in this area, and we're a couple hours away from Salt Lake City, and there's
Right.
tons of backcountry around there as well. So lots of places to explore, and it's super
Oh,
neat.
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
one of the cool things is we have so much technology now that allows us to. I mean, there's little devices that you can carry with you that you can hit the panic emergency button, and it literally sends through satellite, sends in the cavalry,
Right.
and
Yeah.
they will come get you, by whatever means.
Or get caught in those crevices. That's
Yeah,
not
I mean,
Idaho. But you heard, what was
yeah.
that movie that somebody got,
Yep.
face forward and died, like because they couldn't get out.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
Now,
just reading about that with a cave, and I don't remember but I think there's a cave in Utah that this guy, he was spelunking,
Yeah.
and crawled into this cave, and then got wedged in a way that he just could not get out, and they couldn't reach him because they couldn't get into there because it was too small of a space, and so he ended up. I mean, it sounds like his body is still in there.
Yeah.
They couldn't
They can't get him.
yeah.
Yeah.
They couldn't get him out. They couldn't. Yeah.
he's a
And
little thinner, though.
I'm
He's
sure
a little
quite a bit.
thinner.
Yeah, I'm sure quite a bit thinner at this point. But yeah,
Crash diet.
yeah, lots of danger in all of it, but also lots of fun. There's so much fun. I've had so much fun in the backcountry, and on the trails,
You don't
and
have to worry about weather.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah, and the weather changes. I hike to, not quite to the peak, but we have a, now I can't think of what the mountain is, but I hiked with some friends, and it was like nice day, beautiful out, and we got up on top, and mostly on top, and all of a sudden weather changed, and that's the way it is in a lot of those bigger mountains, upper areas. Is the weather within an hour or two, all of a sudden it's like, oh, now it's going to snow. It was like nice and sunny, t-shirt weather, beautiful out, and then we're getting like rain, sleet, snow all of a sudden.
Yeah. So I found out what the problem is at USC.
It's
apparently there was a protest. And 90 people got arrested during the protest of pro-Palestinian demonstration.
Oh, was that it? Oh,
yeah. So it probably got really ugly.
That's not an adventure that you want to go on.
No. I don't know. I don't know what happened to make it, an angry mob situation, because with 90 people arrested, it must have turned really ugly.
Yeah.
And that is unfortunate. Can't we just get along? I mean, really?
Yeah. I mean, they're oof. This, I know this one goes deep. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it anyway. But there are people that are paid to go out and cause trouble as well.
Yeah.
In those areas, but
yeah.
So stick to the backcountry instead, because
exactly.
Yeah.
This is why I don't like going to cities. You go into cities and nothing
there's people.
Yeah,
nothing.
People and all kinds of shenanigans.
Too many.
Shenanigans.
What was it that George Carlin used to say? individuals are really smart, but crowds are
No,
stupid.
that's true. That's
Yeah.
very true.
That's
You know,
I think with
as a
most big organizations, I feel like there's a lot of really good people doing bad things.
yeah,
Yeah.
And that's
You
kind
get swept up.
Yeah.
And people lose their purpose, their North Star.
Yeah.
Whatever that was, they lose it. They get caught up and they forget that, you're going to be judged by the fruits, not by, terrible actions.
absolutely.
Yeah. So anyway,
So,
get out and explore.
Get
some
out and
backcountry.
explore.
Go do some fun things. Take your cell phone. Take some other technology.
Is it
Don't.
snowing already in Idaho? Because it's not here. It's beautiful, like fall Appalachian. We got the fall, leaves changing, waterfalls are, gushing. It's
That's awesome.
beautiful. Yeah.
yeah, so Danny, I do plan on seeing what's up later after the show. Actually, I got holy shift balls after this, so it'll be after that show.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
good.
can't. Look. I mean, there's always something going on. There's always something going on.
Yeah.
Danny, be safe out there. If you're out at USC, I would
Don't get in the
probably
crowds.
just go
Leave.
home. Go home.
Yeah.
So,
there's some good
you
hills in
are
Idaho.
watching us live. You're watching us live on YouTube, Rumble, and Kick at Rhode Island Broadcasting. You're also possibly watching us live at Twitch at RI_broadcasting. And there you can send us bits. So if you send us 6 bits right now, the 3 of us can each put our 2 cents in. So, and we would appreciate that, of course. And you would like us to put our 2 cents in, or either that you're going to watch for an hour with no sound.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
we don't guarantee
much
there's
better.
any sense,
That's
but
not good.
Yeah, it's much better with sound. So, you can also watch us live on Twitter/X, which we have 5 people doing right now. So that's awesome. We also have 8, as a total on Restream, whether it's, YouTube. We have a lot of people watching on YouTube, actually.
Ooh.
So
Hello,
that's
YouTube.
really nice. So, if you can't watch the show live and you watch it, throughout the week, you can also listen to us at work, at school, or just when you're doing your little walks and runs and stuff like that. Even if you have the runs, you can still listen to us. So not only can you do it while running, you can do it while having the runs and having to spend a day in the bathroom. And you could listen to us on Red Circle, Spotify, TuneIn, and of course iHeartRadio at RI Broadcasting. Anytime. Doesn't matter. I wouldn't suggest it if you're with your partner. I wouldn't suggest that. Would not suggest that.
Yeah, listening but not the runs.
Exactly. You can also follow us on all our social media like LinkedIn, Parler, Blue Sky, TikTok, MeWe, Spacey, and of course Patreon, where you can get these mugs. It's got my orange juice in it. I finally that I will never ever get the Tropicana Light again. Ever.
Not enough pulp.
Oh, it doesn't have enough orange.
It's like watered down.
So bitter.
Oh, that just sounds awful.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
Light just.
Yeah, but I've got the Shaw's Select Signature Select. Is it? I got that light, and it's good. It tastes like orange juice. Not bad. All right, you can also follow us on Going On Daily Morning Show on Facebook. We need a certain number of people to follow so we can go live again on Facebook. And hopefully Mark doesn't take this one away from us. Not very nice, Mark. I gotta say.
Yeah.
Not very nice. But we are forgiving, especially if you go to the website, Rhode and Mark, there you can donate up to $10 million.
What?
Yes, you can donate up to $10 million on the website. So, Mark, you can make it all up to us, and we will love you forever.
Yeah.
If you go and donate your $10 million to us.
Lots of love for
Everybody
$10
else, you can
million.
just donate like a normal person, 50 cents, $1, whatever it may be. You can go do that. Again, another 6 cents there. Then we can put our 2
75.
cents in each again.
We need 75 followers
On what?
on Facebook.
On Facebook.
On Facebook.
What, to be legit?
Yeah, so we can go live there. So we can go
To
live.
go live. We have to have.
So,
75.
hey, we're growing though.
Yeah.
We're growing again. 10,000 followers we had on Rhode Island Broadcasting, and Mark took that away. 10,000. Just saying. Not cool. Not cool. All right.
Put them back. Yep.
When you go to Rhode you can vote.
Oh yeah.
For the Going On Daily Hall of Fame. Last I looked, it was still Golden Girls in front, but you can vote for Cheers, Happy Days, Golden Girls, MASH, and Married with Children. Danny, go to the website and vote.
Ron, what did you vote for?
I voted for Cheers. I'm the only person that voted for Cheers.
That's where I'm torn.
The only person that voted.
Nobody's voted for Cheers. No love.
I might have to be the second because I was torn between Cheers and MASH.
Yeah.
That's an easy choice for me.
Yeah,
Which one? MASH?
Yeah, MASH is definitely.
I love all of them. They're all iconic in their own way. Kind of
Oh, absolutely.
ways. They are, but man, yeah.
I just didn't really watch much of any of the rest. So MASH is, I mean, that's an easy choice for me.
You know, the TV series lasted longer than the actual war.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty iconic.
Figure, right?
Yeah.
Some shows I wish would have never ended. You know what I mean? It's like you watch a show and then it's coming. You're watching those last episodes and it's like, oh my God, the next one's the last one. And then you watch it, and then usually the last one always stinks most of the time.
Right.
But it's like then you lose those people from your life forever.
Well, they had multiple Happy Days produced. I mean, after the infamous jumping of the shark, which then the tank the series or whatever. But it had spinoffs. You have Laverne and Shirley.
That was great.
Chachi and
Joni loves Chachi.
That was a short-lived.
I'll say. I think it got canceled the same season.
It did. I don't know if they aired all of the.
I don't think they did.
The 13. I think it got, because usually in those seasons then were 26 episodes or 22 episodes. I only think they produced 13. I think they only aired 6.
Yeah.
And I think they canceled it after like 3.
Yeah. I've been in that situation where you're watching a show and then
you're like, ooh, that ain't gonna work. Yeah.
It hurts. Because I remember The Zoo with Billy Burke. Great series. Oh my God. This series was awesome. It was about the animals decide to basically take over the world. But that's besides the point.
A TV version of Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, kind of like that. But more realistic, of course. It's not like they were walking around, and ordering humans to, be slaves and stuff like that. It was animals that they just seemed like a little off, and they were fed up.
Mm.
So it went on. It was like 2.5 seasons, and they
Well, that's a
canceled it
long.
midway through the season, and they never tied it up. And I watched the show, and I'm like,
Mm.
well, what the heck?
Right.
What happens
That's the
now?
worst when
Oh.
they don't give the enough warning to at least do a wrap up. Like,
Yeah.
especially if you're already invested in 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the Chachi
Yeah.
spinoff, it didn't even last but a few episodes. So you didn't even get really, and you already knew the characters.
Yeah.
Kind of like Joey, the spinoff lasted, what, 1 season? It was canceled.
Yes.
But you already knew the character, and it was kind of like, he good, you know.
Yeah.
Like this, I'm just thinking about this. I'm like, boy, you know, this is I'm sure, unfortunately, how so many women feel. Unfortunately,
Right.
They're
Well, like Keir's spinoff was Frasier. That was one of the best. films.
Ron got it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Are we gonna finish this or what?
Yeah. We I guess we should move on. So go
Really
vote.
imagine. Okay, so Ron, you'll love this. So when you talk about explorations, right? That's also how maps were developed and cartography and all that. But if you look at like the early 1700s, 1800s, before that, you look at like Earth's composition was really a mystery. It was either made up by, you know, there were folklore, rumors, religion, kind of drove, you know, the cartographers, the map drawers,
Yes.
and really where exploration took, you know, got advanced. It was the curiosity of those that were wanted to go and say, oh, I've heard about this island, or I've heard, or what's beyond this horizon. It was, you know, that's what drove the the explorers, right? But so, and there's, you know, from a cartographer perspective, nobody wants to erase an island or adjust a map without any evidence. So there are the biggest lies of things that have existed on maps for centuries. But
like
it's
the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, exactly.
That evaporated.
That evaporated. The greatest myths, lies, and blunders on maps, and there's 8 big ones of imagined lands that people once believed they were real. For what, and a lot of it was explorers would go and try to, you know, look for it, or as they were, you know, captains of the sea, even would keep very good logs of what they find out in the ocean. And so they also had a shorthand back in the day of, you know, of things of like questionable, or NE was non-existent little codes. Yes. But there was, so the first one is, and I've never heard of this one, but it's off the coast of Ireland. But it was called High Brazil or High Brazil. But it was a phantom island that was rooted in Celtic mythology. And it wasn't until like the 19th century, after people were searching for it, that they realized it was a phantom island.
Well, see, here's the thing that people don't understand. There's 2 facts.
Okay.
The first fact is, if you're following a map from Christopher Columbus, the chances are you're going to get lost.
Right. or one that was verified by Christopher Columbus, right?
Right. So the second problem is, okay, when you think of all these explorers, what do? They sit there inside their little captain's cabin, right?
Right.
And they draw the map and everything. They're like planning this out. And Captain has probably had a little too much to drink, and he knocks over his drink, and it
Right.
spills. And there's a phantom island on the map. So when he dies, and they start analyzing his map, they see this island. It's like, it should be here. It should be here, but it's not, because it's just spilled rum.
Or it was like, but also you think about like the shifting of sandbars. I mean, I kind of grew up on the coast of North Carolina. We would see full islands that you could literally walk or swim to, and they're just big sandbars that would last for a season or two.
Yes.
And sometimes more than that, 4 or 5
Could
years.
be an ice, like a sheet of ice.
A sheet of ice that as they're going by, they're like, oh, well, that's an island.
So there's a lot of reasons.
Well, a lot of reasons. So yeah, but so these are all maps over the history that were submitted into the Library of Congress. You would see these same islands appear through centuries, and nobody wanted to erase them until it was like, we know this does not exist. So the other one was like Frisland. This was off Greenland, but it stayed on maps for centuries, and it was supposedly an island. And apparently, like a whole descendant of family said we came from that island, and but it was completely a hoax. So it was just, again, folklore of families, generations, just kind of the rumor mill.
Like that telephone game.
But it was a completely fabricated island that a whole group of descendants and a family like tree said, we're from there. False, lies. The third one, which is one that everybody would know, Atlantis. Right?
Oh yeah.
That dates back to Plato's time, where they described a sunken island nation. But that was on maps and cartographies for centuries, and it's still. And here's your little Christopher Columbus. People kind of said, "Oh, that's just a myth. It's just a rumor," until Christopher Columbus resurfaced and was like, "Oh, I saw it."
Yeah, of course he did. He didn't even know where he was. I mean,
so after they were like, it had been debunked for about 200 years. Christopher Columbus comes along and was like, "No, man, I saw it. I've written it in, validated it."
As you would.
It kept the myth alive for another several centuries.
He's the worst. I'm sorry. He's the worst.
He's the worst. But Atlantis may not have had the myth as long as it had if it wouldn't have been for Mr. Columbus. I thought you'd enjoy that one. The other one is Mountains of Kong, which is a huge mythical mountain range. And there are about 40 maps in the 19th century depicting the Mountains of Kong, believed to stretch hundreds and hundreds of miles. But when some explorers were like, let's go find it, it didn't exist. Like completely a myth. But that's where a lot of the books of King Kong and that island was like the myth. That's what it was based off. But it was the Mountains of Kong, which was finally it was created. The myth was created by a Scottish explorer. But again, other explorers had to go.
Probably had too much to drink.
I am going to go find this. What are you talking about? Like hundreds of miles of these big luminous mountains of Kong, does not exist.
Maybe he grew up on the plains and then, saw some hills and was like, whoa, look at those are huge. Oh my gosh.
But so much fun that the book and then the movie kind of that where the Mountains of Kong was birthed from.
I'm going to go search for Middle Earth now.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, I'm going to have to just side note. So a girlfriend of mine that is in her 50s dating, she's on the apps. She is laughing at some of the dates that she's been on where she's like, okay, we're not having a second date. She has gone out on dates, 2 different people, boys, men, who believe in that there's Middle Earth people.
Well, that goes right along. I mean, the Earth is flat too. Like you
Well,
guys
and
know
she's
that,
dated
right?
a flat earther after one date, and she's like, how? Like, what is wrong with these people? And I was like, how's it going? She was like, I've been on a 1 flat earther date and no more. And then she was like, I've met 2 Middle Earth believers.
I've got to go help Mr. Frodo.
And she was like, they're real. She was like, she goes, they believe it. It's with their whole heart and chest. And she was like, and I said, so did you go on second dates? She was like, no. No. And she's even going, who lets out the crazy in the first date? And, because that was my kind of question, like, who reveals that much? And she goes, because they don't think it's crazy. They don't realize they're letting out the crazy.
They think we're crazy. They're like, how could you not believe that? This is the truth.
And it comes out in like the first. So what do you think about, the Middle Earth people? Aren't you?
Like, I don't even know.
Them, like, what the?
I don't even know how that would work. How would that work? Okay, so you have, Middle Earth, and they have the sun shining and the moon. How? If it's in the middle of Earth, there's no sun shining.
Right. So well, there's a whole theory of, that it's the lava and stuff that will create kind of like a lava ball becomes the sun.
I'm just thinking here. You talk about this and it's like, oh my gosh, those people and the Middle Earth idea.
They believe,
What I'm thinking here is I'm like, what an easy gimme to get out of a crappy date. Is you're like, oh, I'm gonna start talking about flat Earth or Middle Earth.
That's good.
Oh, I need to tell her. I was like, maybe that's the twist.
Maybe that's the twist.
I mean,
she could be the crappy date.
I wasn't feeling it, so let me throw out something absurd. And
Well, just have fun with it. It could be a boring date today, and he just went off on a tangent, and it's like, oh, I'm just gonna go off with this and see how long it lasts.
Like, hey, do you want
to just like blew my mind.
Do you want to go look for Bigfoot? We could go exploring for Bigfoot. That would be such an awesome.
Well, actually, that would be fun. That would be kind of fun. The Bigfoot, because we get them all the time in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, and you get them in Rhode Island. That's where the the Hendersons.
Yeah, Harry and the Hendersons. Yeah. Love that movie. It's a great movie. Oh my God! All of this, it is absurd. But it's like people run away with these things. It gets into their head, and then they start thinking about it. And they become obsessed, and then they actually start believing all of it.
Right. Well, so all of these are cartographers that were writing these maps, and all the explorers. They're basically just mythbusters when you look at it. It's either you've got, myth creators like Christopher Columbus, or you've got mythbusters that are actually looking at maps and going, how is it not on? It's only on 40 of these maps, but not on 2,000 of the other maps. Mm-hmm, I'm going to go and use my curiosity and go bust that myth. So, these are the earliest, myths, conspiracy theories that were out there.
Absolutely.
Atlantis, Mountains of Kong, the sunken city of Veneta, which is believed to be the Atlantis of the North, another sunken
so there's 2 of them.
Yep, there's 2 of them, and then there's the Bermeja Island, which is the longest lived phantom island in the Guinness Book of World Records. And guess where it is? In the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, come on!
It was.
You would have think by accident somebody would have hit it.
Right. But it was the earliest like Spanish cartographer in 1500s. Alonso de Santa Cruz charted an island called Bermeja in the Gulf of Mexico. And that's how it created this like phantom island. But it stayed on maps until 2009.
Oh, come on.
Yep.
I never saw
First
that
put
on a
the
map.
On 1539. It was finally taken off maps in 2009. So it's the longest phantom island in the Guinness Book of World Records.
As you
Unbelievable
would.
idiots.
It's
not Gulf of Mexico anymore.
Don't get me started on that stupidity.
All right.
But I could go. There's one. Sandy Island is another one. That was recorded by James Cook. This is where I laugh because it's like
he's legit.
Legit. He recorded a Sandy Island, and then nobody could find it after him. And so then you started seeing people writing like ED, existence doubtful was like the code in captain's logs. And it wasn't until like 2012 that it got removed from Google Maps.
That could have been another thing with a bad date. You know, it's.
Well, I think it's like these sandy map, like these.
Yeah, a bunch of sand gets piled up and it just peeks over the ocean.
I love that.
I don't know.
ED, existence doubtful, was the code. Yeah.
He was probably traveling on Columbus's maps.
That's right. And then the last one is El Dorado. The Europeans believed a place of immense wealth existed in the New World. Even Sir Walter Raleigh made 2 expeditions to South America to try to find the El Dorado Island.
Yes.
And but yeah, big myths didn't exist.
They made a movie out of that thing.
I think they did. Yeah. But as you see, yes, the earliest myth creators as well as the myth busters in maps.
You gotta love explorers because I got a good one. Look, I mean, these explorers tend to, map out a place and it's not exactly accurate, and there's always discrepancies, whether you think you're in East Asia or, or not, Columbus. But Hudson had a couple of expeditions, out and, named the Hudson River was named after him, Hudson Bay, so there is some legitimacy to what he did. He didn't have it all roses though. It wasn't all roses. Because he was trying to find a North Passage from the Atlantic to the Pacific. He would have been searching forever because it would not have existed. So that's what he was trying to do. So he spent 2, different attempts to get across to the Pacific Ocean through basically the Arctic. So he went, of course, you go by Greenland, Iceland, and you get, like the Nova Scotia and the Greenland area. So he's going down underneath. So he's looking through all of these rivers to try to get there. And he never quite found it. But if it wasn't for him, a lot of North America would not have been explored.
Yeah.
When you think about what he did, he basically mapped a lot of, that the eastern half of Canada. So he went, through where Nova Scotia is, into where Ontario is for the Hudson Bay. He also went and it was already mapped then, the east coast of the Northeast United States. So he went into like Chesapeake Bay, and he went into where Manhattan is, New York City. So he went up the Hudson and went all the way up. It took him like 10 days to get from, the mouth of the river to what is now Albany. And several years, like a couple of years, I think it was 3 years after he went to where Albany was, they set up a post in Albany, and that's how Albany became a thing.
Huh.
So he traded with all the indigenous along the Hudson. So he got like pelts, all kinds of stuff from them, and they would give them stuff. But there is a little darkness in Hudson as well.
Oh, spill it.
So when he was in the Nova Scotia area, the indigenous people there were already trading with the French. He tried to work out a deal with them and could not work out a deal.
Why?
So they stood off the coast.
Not good negotiating skills?
Yeah, I guess he didn't have good, he must have learned from this mistake, we'll just say. He learned from this mistake. So they were, sitting off the coast, in Nova Scotia, and a dozen of his men went on shore and basically raided the village and made the people leave, and they took everything.
Oh.
So I don't know if it was desperation because they were hungry, which could be the case, but it wasn't nice, of course. But then he learned, and when he went up the Hudson, he actually got to trade with people. So that at least he learned, from the first incident. But he like mapped out all of that, New York area.
Wow.
And of course, the Hudson Bay, the trip to Hudson Bay was not, it did not end well for him.
Mm.
When you're out there in northern Canada, mid-Canada, where winters are really hard, and winters generally will start earlier than normal, we'll say. So when you're there, and August is nice, but when you're still trying to explore and map out the Hudson Bay area, and then it becomes November, did not do very well. So while they were exploring, they got stuck in ice. So they had to go on shore, and they stayed there all winter, in Canada, freezing their butts off. And, so when they got back on in spring of 1611, he wanted to continue and go towards the Pacific, somehow, some way. Would not have made it, but the crew mutinied.
Oh.
So they took over the ship. They took over the ship. They put him, his son, and 6 others on a boat and sent them adrift.
Oh, it sucks when that happens.
Yeah, and that was the last anybody ever heard of him. They disappeared. Now, I would think, he's not far from land. So he probably did make it onto land. He probably died, cold, hungry, whatever it may be, a polar bear. Whatever it may be. What is that white animal? Let's go pet it.
I think they were much less dumb back then than what people are today.
Yeah, probably. But nobody ever heard from him again. And in the 50s, they found a 150-pound stone near Deep River, Ontario,
Mm.
and they claim that it had the carvings HH 1612 captive.
Huh.
So it might have been that same settlement that he made scatter. It's like, I remember you.
Well, do it. It's like the lost colony. They just kind of mark. Nobody
Yeah.
knows what happened to them.
Yeah.
Disappeared.
So Hudson did a lot of good for North America. He certainly deserved the holiday more than Columbus did. That's for sure. I mean, there was plenty of them that stepped foot in America.
Yeah.
Ponce de Leon in Florida.
Right.
There was plenty of them. Vikings, Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Why do we?
Let's celebrate Columbus.
Right. It just should be Exploration Day. Explorers Day.
Yeah, we don't like change.
That.
We don't like change. I mean, we should all know this. I mean, that's yeah. We don't like change. That's why we continue doing the same things over and over again.
Yeah.
And we all quote the quote about insanity, which doing the same thing over and over again. But yet our whole society perpetuates it. So
changes. Yeah, we have a hard time.
Yeah.
Even if it's good change.
Exactly. So all of this exploration talk got me thinking.
Uh-oh.
I knew I could smell something burning.
Everything, the Pinta, the Santa Maria, all of that, the Mayflower, all these ships, right? What about the fictional ships? What are the best ones, right?
Ooh.
Now, I decided Ron's top 5 fictional ships. Now, they could be spaceships.
I was going to say, I'm like, wait a minute.
They could be spaceships. There are some great ones. They are explorers, too.
Yeah.
Well, I see a little Jacques Cousteau. He was a real explorer.
Who?
Jacques Cousteau.
No. That's not Jacques Cousteau.
What is that?
That is Captain Nemo.
Captain Nemo.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm like, what are we talking about here? Jean-Luc was an explorer for sure.
Right.
Jean-Luc Picard was an explorer as well.
Shatner.
So he was on my honorable mentions on Sunday.
Oh. Yeah.
So I did the fictional explorers. Now I'm doing the fictional ships, the vessels.
All right. Well, I see.
So there's a lot of them. Like there's Austin Powers and the Shag at Sea.
Oh yeah.
Right? The Event Horizon.
What's that one?
From Event Horizon. It's the actual. They named the movie after the actual vessel.
I was like, I haven't seen that one.
There's, of course, the Black Pearl.
Oh yes.
Pirates of the Caribbean, right?
That's a good one.
Poseidon.
Oh.
Right? That's a great one. I love the movies, but it didn't do so well, so I couldn't put it on the list. No, not that the movie didn't do well. I'm just saying the actual Poseidon, sank. And so you can't give it credit for that. There's the Pequod in Moby Dick, the Walrus in Black Sails.
Oh yeah.
Discovery 1 in 2001 Space Odyssey.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't know if you remember this. The MS Forest Swan from Die Hard with a Vengeance. Remember when they jumped from the wire onto the ship?
Huh.
They landed pretty hard.
Yeah.
But they still were okay. They were okay to run around and
Of course,
capture bad guys and stuff. You know?
and you would, as you would.
Right. There was the Black Rock in Lost.
Oh, yeah.
The
I
ship
do.
that's in the middle of the island.
Right.
Yeah. Of course, the Titanic, but of course that didn't end very well for the Titanic.
Well, that's not a fictional ship. It's a real.
Oh, that's right. It's not eligible. That's right. I had to take that away. And
Correct.
as the bounty, I would have had the bounty in my top 5, but I had to take it away because it was real. It was true. It was a real ship. So I had to take those 2 off the list because of that.
Hmm.
There is the Jolly Roger.
Oh,
Hook.
yeah.
Right?
Hmm.
I didn't put that in. Did not make the list. The SS and B from Jurassic Park.
Hmm.
The Inferno from the Goonies.
Oh.
It's a good one.
It is a good one.
Yeah.
Andrea Gale from A Perfect Storm.
Oh, yeah.
The Love Boat.
Well, wasn't that based on a real story?
What, The Love Boat?
No.
Oh.
The
The Andrea Gale? Yeah, it didn't make my list, so I guess that has to come off too. That's right.
yeah.
It
I
is.
was like, that was a real ship and a real story that
Yes.
got lost. Yeah.
Yeah, so that wouldn't be eligible either. So Jupiter 2,
knocking
Lost
stuff
in
off your
Space.
list.
The Lost in Space ship. Jupiter 2. Warning, warning, danger, Will Robinson. Queen's Gambit in Arrow. Remember that?
I do.
All right. So on the list, here's the honorable mentions.
Okay. Do we get to vote?
No, you don't get to vote.
Oh.
This is Ron's list.
This is my list.
All right, Ron.
Yellow Submarine, honorable mention.
Oh.
The Beatles.
The Beatles. Of course. Of course.
Yeah. Of course, I have to have, at least on the honorable mentions, The Wanderer from Captain Ron. Has to be there.
Yeah.
Now,
Kyle,
next
do
two-
you know what that reference is? That's the movie with Marty Short and Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Huh.
Martin Short and Kurt Russell.
Hmm.
Yeah. Kurt Russell was Captain Ron.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm in good
Just so
company.
you know the reference. A really bad 80s movie.
Oh, those are good. Those are good. Really bad 80s movies are awesome.
The next 2 honorable mentions are not successful, but I had to put them on here. Had to. The SS Minnow from Gilligan's Island.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So sad. It did.
Had to be on
Make
there.
it. That's a 3-hour tour.
It was. And of course, I have to put Orca on the list from Jaws.
From Jaws. Yeah.
Didn't do so well, but I had to put it on the list.
You did.
You know, that's
It's iconic.
insane.
But it's thanks
So
for good
honorable
reason.
mention. All right. Andrew will agree to that. Picard. All right. So my bubble, number 6.
Oh, another
The
honorable
Argo
mention.
from Jason and the Argonauts. That was the ship that they sailed on. The Argo. It's right there.
I was trying to figure out what that was. That's
Okay.
the
Yeah.
one. Okay.
I used to love those movies because they fought like skeletons and stuff like that. That was awesome. I love those movies.
Like the
Grew
Black
up on
Pearl.
those. Yeah. I could have had the boat that they sailed Boromir's dead body over the waterfall. I could have put that there, but it didn't have a name.
Oh. What was
the little boat.
What was the boat that you had the Black Pearl, but then you also had Davy Jones' boat? What was Davy Jones?
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of them from those movies.
Yeah.
They're not good enough. It's got to be the Black Pearl, right?
Mm.
All right. So number 5, the Argo couldn't get there to number 5 because of Bat Boat.
You mean the Batmobile boat from the TV
boat
show?
From the TV show,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely the TV show. That boat was awesome. Little speedboat. Come on, it's Batman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where that was the best episode where they fought the shark as they were climbing off the Bat boat.
Yes, see. When you know the scene.
I'll bet there's a real bat boat though.
Oh,
I mean,
it's definitely real.
They're definitely. But yeah, go watch that. Just clips of that episode. The worst special effects.
Boom.
Oh yeah.
Pow.
It was so
Bam.
cheesy.
Yeah.
But it was a great boat. All right, number 4. Jenny from Forrest Gump.
Oh, for Forrest Gump.
The shrimp boat.
The shrimp boat. Jenny and Jenny too. We got lots of Jennies.
Yep.
Lots.
So I had to go with the Jenny 1 from Forrest Gump. Had to. Guy made a fortune.
Has lots of Jennies now.
That's right. Got lots of Jennies now. All right. Number 3 is Captain Nemo's Nautilus. That's way over there. That sub was amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
They need to make a new movie with all the special effects they can do now.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, that was decked out.
We
It
need to
had
do a
all the
remake
best.
of the Extraordinary Men.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has like all the same, like the mythical characters and the legends.
Yes.
And, yeah.
Yes.
I think they need to do a remake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I always struggle with that. I mean, because they usually screw them all up.
Yeah, they do.
Occasionally we get a good one, but a lot of times we're going to remake this, and oh gosh, why did you do that? That ruined all of our memories.
Absolutely. All right. So number 2, 1 and 2, they're spaceships. Number 2 is the Millennium Falcon.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Han Solo.
Han Solo.
You know, I mean, that's great. You know, that's iconic, and I couldn't. I would probably take a lot of heat if I didn't have that on the list.
That's great.
I'm almost surprised you didn't not put it on the list just for the heat.
Yeah, I guess I could do that. I don't know how Kenny would be feeling about this list, though. You know, for Nautilus and Jenny to be on my top 5, I'd be hearing it. I'd be hearing it. But number 1, of course, has to be Starship Enterprise. The
Of course.
USS Enterprise had to be number 1. I mean, that's iconic. I mean, that is the iconic of iconic.
Everybody knows
right?
just by looking at it. That one and the Millennium Falcon. Like there's no doubt.
Yep.
So they had to be 1 and 2. I mean, Captain Kirk and Han Solo. I'll take that.
That's right.
You know, that's as good as it gets. You know, acting wise for Captain Kirk, not so good, but it's a cool cat.
Right.
So that is the list. Ron's top 5 fictional ships. And just for the record, the Bounty would have been number 4 on the list.
Nice.
It would have been number 4. Titanic would not have made my list anyway. Not a fan.
It's not fictional.
I know. That's why it's not there. That's why it's not there.
I mean, it is real. It is real.
And this is exactly what Kenny would have argued. He's like, how is Titanic not number one? It's not number one
Because
because
it's not fictional. You can actually go take an exploration to go see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. He'd be like, oh, the disrespect.
Disrespect.
Shaking his head, I cannot. It's not eligible. He doesn't understand that.
It's like NA.
Yes. All right, that's it.
Woo!
We made it through another episode. This was fun. This was fun.
Fun times.
Saturday.
What's your theme for next week?
I don't know. I got to think of it today.
Oh.
So if you have an idea, Saturday is Ira, Lena, and JP. Now, I know JP is going to do Lewis and Clark.
It's good.
You know, he would have done it Sunday, but he had a storm roll through and he had no internet. So,
ooh,
JP, he's in Montana. So,
oh,
you know.
Yikes! My only thing on Lewis and Clark. So my niece and her husband are huge Lewis and Clark fans. They have 4 children. They have named their children after the Indians that accompanied Lewis and Clark on that were the guides. So, Sacagawea, Tequila.
I'm a fan of Lewis and Clark.
They were history fans.
Yeah, Lewis, go Clark.
But yeah, they got fascinated with the Indian family. Sacagawea, her brother Tequila, brother Watkawis. Yeah, that whole that's their children's name.
Say those names.
Correct.
I used to live right across the street from the start of Sacagawea Park.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, right here in Pocatello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
We're kind of in that area.
Yeah, it's like when you think about it, it's like it is right there. But most people don't know where Idaho is.
I know. Which is good and bad. I like that, and also
Ron's just giving away. He doesn't know where Idaho is.
Yeah, I know.
No. I know where Idaho is. I am a big fan of potatoes, so I know where they
somewhere. It's over there somewhere.
That way.
You know, it's tucked up in, you know.
It's tucked up somewhere over. Yeah, it's over yonder somewhere. Over there.
It's like a sideways Tennessee kind of thing. If you turn Tennessee, actually, you'd have to turn it down and then flip it.
I wonder what the size. I
like how Ron's mind works.
You know, I don't understand how they even made states the way they are. I mean, why don't you just make them square? All of them.
Because
square.
of land.
Yeah,
because we want trail around mountains and
we want our land.
Claim those mountains. What are you nuts to take the mountains?
So I got to throw this. I've seen this a few times, but I got to throw this one out there. So the distance, if you look from corner to corner, the top corner of Idaho to the bottom corner, opposite corner of Idaho, it is further to travel that distance than it is from the bottom corner of Idaho to Texas.
Whoa.
We are the bottom corner of Idaho that's closest to Texas.
Yeah, it's a big state.
Is closer to Texas than we are to the top corner of Idaho.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a long ways.
Yeah.
That's why people go to Texas.
People ask, because I'm in southeast Idaho, and they're like, oh yeah, been to Coeur d'Alene or any of that, which is all the way up at the top. And so it's like
when you're giving directions, Kyle, do you give it by how many potatoes?
We actually, potatoes is not. I don't remember what it is, but potatoes is not the number one thing that we do here.
What's the number one export
I don't know. I should know that, but
Hey,
potatoes is not.
how are you going to drop that on us and not know the answer?
I know. It's a teaser. We'll call that a teaser.
Well, most people don't realize South Carolina, we actually export more peaches than any other state. Even Georgia, even though that's the peach state, we export more than
Frauds.
Yeah.
They're frauds. Georgia, isn't there more peanuts there?
But there's more, nuts, walnuts, peanuts, pecans, pecans, however you want to say it.
Huh. So the number one export in Idaho is actually lead ores and concentrates.
Oh, yeah, I believe that.
And live cattle would be next.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
There you go.
There you go.
Yep.
Google's our friend.
And wheat. Wheat is the other one. Wheat's a big one.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. There you go. There's your info. See, this is an educational show.
Mm-hmm.
We are talking exploration, potatoes, Idaho's export. I mean, come on, it doesn't get any better than that. And along with
Idaho.
And
Idaho.
And TV and music. TV and
so we got everything. We got everything covered.
Yeah.
Look, be here Saturday for Ira, Lena, and JP. You don't want to miss the Lewis and Clark segment, of course. Lena has got one. I can't remember what one she's doing. It was somebody I never heard of. Probably discovered Rhode Island, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. We all feel more.
I never heard of it. And Ira hasn't let the cat out of the bag yet. So who knows what Ira's going to be due. But that's going to be a great show. So be here 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Rhode Island Broadcasting. And I will be back. I will be back Sunday with Kenny. Oh, and I'll make sure that we'll have a top 5 that he will not like. Make sure. Guaranteed. Guarantee it.
I will think of some themes for next week.
Yes, that would be great. Kyle, you'll be back most likely Wednesday. You're not here on Tuesday.
No
right?
Tuesday. Yep, busy Tuesday.
Right. So you'll be here on Wednesday, and JJ, you'll probably be back with Becky on Thursday.
Yeah.
So thank you both for being here. It was a fun show.
Thank you.
And we'll see everybody next time. Have a great day.
You too.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.